and welcome to BGW Fierce Weddings Episode 2. I'm Lawrence Broughton.
And I'm Michael Broughton.
And we are the owners of Broughton Media Group LLC and the founders of Black Gay Weddings.
In this episode, Leilani and Adrienne take us all the way back to the roaring 20s during a time of cultural renaissance when everyone knew how to have a good time. That's probably what inspired Leilani and Adrienne to have this fabulous Gatsby themed wedding.
The 1920s was an era of exuberance. People had a freewheeling sense of spirit, and even during times of prohibition, they always found a way to have a good time and get their drink on.
Speaking of a good time, if you want your big day to look and feel like a lavish 20s bash, this one's for you. Here's how to throw a Great Gatsby wedding that's BGW Fierce.
This spark was something special. You two are great together. And may that flame burn and burn. Because I think this might be the romance of a century.
Where's my baby at? Baby's here? Lover. Ooh, lover. That's cute. Are you?
The first day they met, we were at the club. Adrienne was like, no. She was like, no, Leilani, no. And Leilani was like, yes.
At 3:13 a.m., we got ready to leave, and Leilani sat her ass on the curb. I was like, let's go. She was like, I'm not leaving until I can talk to Adrienne. I'm like, she will talk to you tomorrow. She's like, no, I'm not leaving.
Well, I'm still that kid, cooking water on.
We sat on that curb for 2 hours, and she just talked about how much love and light and the freedom that Adrienne allows her to feel.
We're gonna ride. Do you still see?
These two are holding hands, and it was skipping. It was skipping. Like little kids in love. The sun was setting. I took a picture of them, and I'm like, oh shit, this is love.
Adrienne called. It was like,
they are an example of what love is.
I don't tear up for much, but I'm gonna tear up for you two because what you have is special. Because I know you met your soulmate, Mo. And Adrienne, I know you met your soulmate.
I was trying my very best to hide my feelings. But the truth is, when love is present, there is no way you can hide it. Because we can never create the energy, nor can we destroy it.
How it feels, I can't describe. Honey, I won't even try. For you, my one wish is that you'll find the one that makes you crazy, crazy, crazy in love too.
We told you it was BGW Fierce. Coming up next, we will give you our thoughts in a new segment we call What We Liked and What We Loved. But first, here's an ad from our sponsor.
Welcome back. Now it's time for our special segment, What We Liked and What We Loved.
I liked seeing that all of the guests were dressed in Harlem Renaissance themed attire. I also liked that they commissioned an artist to paint their special moment on canvas as it was happening. I liked how even the cake took on a Renaissance theme. It looked amazing.
I like the way they incorporated the venue, the guests, and even the various art pieces into the film. It was very creative. I like the slow motion sequences they chose because they slowed down long enough for us to see Leilani and Adrienne's love in motion. I like the choice of music throughout the whole piece, but the ending with the words, crazy and love, that was perfect.
I loved Adrienne's gorgeous dress with the feather shrug. Every movement on screen was flawless. Leilani's three-piece satin suit was perfectly tailored to her and it complemented Adrienne's dress. Seeing them together was fire. I loved how they drove up to the venue and hopped out of a Rolls Royce. That was everything.
I love the opening. It was dynamic and it set the expectation for the rest of the highlight. I love the way they transitioned into the narrative of their backstory and how their love began. I love the energy. Everybody got up, got in, got down, and this was just an all-around good time for everyone.
Leilani and Adrienne shared with us that they love to throw lavish and over-the-top soirees, and babies, you did that.
Yes, they did. And before we go, we have to give a shout out to their wedding team, the venue, the Ebel of Long Beach,
their videographer, Amora Cinema,
the planner, Green Apple Event Company,
their photographer, Isaiah and Taylor Photography,
their floral designer with Love Floral Company,
and most importantly, we want to thank Leilani and Adrienne for sharing their big day with Black Gay Weddings. If you or someone else you know is getting married or engaged, please have them send an email to info@blackgayweddings.com to get featured.
Lastly, we want to give a special shout out to NOLA Event Planners for sponsoring episode 2. And if you would like to sponsor an upcoming episode, send us an email to info@blackgayweddings.com.
If you haven't done so, click the subscribe button below and be sure to tune in next week for a new episode of BGW Fierce Weddings. Until next time, keep on showing the world that love is love.